Can we hear now? That was very, very strange. Anyhow, as I was saying, welcome to the channel. My name is Koltari. This is Koltari Games. We are just doing a little Palia stream this afternoon, just to check in because the week got kind of hectic. So we're just gonna do some gardening, um, maybe some daily quests and things like that. And I thought maybe we could also discuss the roadmap that we got yesterday, which is exciting. So we can go ahead and just jump in, unless I end up having to fix my mic when I switch there as well. So sorry about the technical issues. OBS did update today, so maybe that is the problem. But we will go over here. Ah, and I have been doing some updating to the home plot here. I wanted to make it a little bit more dense with the foliage, but can. Sorry, I have 8,000 screens happening at one time. But I guess we will start with. Actually, I have one plot dedicated to growing flowers and trees. But I guess something exciting that they are introducing are civic projects, apparently, which seems to be starting out with restoring the docks in Kilima, which are kind of just have been in disrepair since launch, and I thought that was a really cool um, concept, I guess, that could, because all it seems like the entire player base is going to be able to like contribute to these dock projects. I'm interested to see how it will work. Um, in the end, like if there's going to be like a time limit or what have you. But this is not the crafting house. I can clearly multitask very well. ADHD is fantastic. Um, but apparently, if I'm remembering the video correctly, once the docks are finished, that's going to be like a direct access point to the Royal Highlands versus either the travel boards or having to go through the Elderwood to the docks there to go to the Highlands, which is kind of convoluted. I am the king of lazy fast travel, so it's been eating famed intelligent subjects. Found in Bahari rivers without bait. It's easy enough. But it seems like they're also introducing friendship quests for Talon. So this is where, if you haven't completed the Royal Highlands storyline, spoilers, sorry, but we are apparently getting friendship quest lines for Talon, which is going to be interesting. We'll see how that will work because Talon has been cursed for a good long while and has just kind of arrived back on scene. And I'm just going honestly down the list here, but we'll kind of like switch gears and talk about because apparently they're also introducing romance quests for both Talon and Sifu, which the players have been asking for romance quests for Sifu basically since we went into beta 3 years ago. And but that was before Talon came back, and so I won't go into the logistics of this too much, but and maybe I'm missing something, but romance quests for uh both halves of a married couple when you can also romance their son is kind of a logistical and ethical cluster in my head, but I will leave it at that. I probably won't touch those quests, but that is the beauty of Palia. You don't really have to if you don't want to. But moving on, it looks like we're also getting a new housing line called the Queen Ushindi Home Line. And it seems almost like a Victorian Queen Anne style of home line, which is going to be really cool. I have lots of ideas in mind already for what I want to do with that, like a Gothic-esque style mansion. Maybe not so much haunted. I know we're gonna see a lot of really, really amazing haunted mansion builds happening, um, which I'm super excited for because I like building and decorating. I don't claim to be the best builder in Palia because some people they are just doing wild, wild things. I just saw a plot the other day, and I can't for the life of me remember the person's name. Um, but they put like the leafy logs, like they stood them on end and kind of like mashed them into the walls. And it just looked so amazing. And so I've been like trying to figure out how they did it. And it's just baffling what people have come up with. So I kind of stay within when I build. I kind of stay within the bounds of dairy clove. Um, the limitations that we have set for us when we build, but there, but that could also. I don't know how this is going to work, but it looks like they're also introducing like shareable building templates, and it almost reminds me of a game that I played years and years ago called Landmark, where people could put like whole rooms and things up for sale in like this cash shop almost, like builds and everything that they themselves did, and you could get the template and then put it on your plot, is which is really great and really fun, and I think that is going to be a fantastic addition for those of us that can't figure out how people do all this crazy stuff or just don't have the patience like me because it was not a virtue the good Lord blessed me with, unfortunately, and I get really angry really quickly. Um, but that should be really, really fun. And it also looks like we're getting player titles, which apparently was the cause of some of the crashing and gameplay issues we were having a little while ago. And like the UI was built in but not visible to us yet, and that was the issue. But they also, I found it so unbelievable. They had they felt the need to apologize in the dev blog for the gameplay issues that have been happening, and it just, I can't explain. It just infuriated me that the backlash that these developers received for an update that did cause a lot of issues and a lot of people were affected, yes. But I think people in their desire for instant gratification forget that Palia is still in beta. Beta being the operative word here. And I took coding in high school and didn't have a coding class since. But coding is hard, and that was just drag and drop stuff. And so I think, you know, and a lot of people were very understanding. A lot of people just griped and complained to no end, which is ridiculous. If there's an update, in my opinion, and it causes some gameplay issues, just give it time. I'm sure they're working profusely to fix it, but it's not always so simple and easy. It's to fix, and the amount of backlash they got, I just found completely and totally ludicrous. But tangent over. We're getting player titles, and they are definitely going to. I'm excited to see kind of like what they do with those, because we had those. We have them in Guild Wars 2. Back when I played Free Realms, we had a bunch of titles that were really fun. Um, I didn't have a ton, but we'll see what they come up with. It and down the line, it looks like they're planning more civic projects and everything. What I'm most excited for is the main story quest update, because as we all know, I am a huge lore junkie, and I'm and the trailer had a lot of Echelon in it, and I'm very intrigued by his character thus far. And I think they did tease that at some point we're getting Echelon romance quests. So, but I'm excited to see how that ties in to what the story will be, because he was in that trailer when they were talking about it a lot. Um, so I guess it's all in, because I've kind of exhausted the Highlands at this point. I've gotten all of the um, Enfield rings. I've opened all of the caches and everything, and it's a really fun, explorable zone. But I was surprised to see that it's kind of like a further out goal rather than immediate, because it's been a minute, unless I'm wrong, since Royal Highlands launched. So I think the last thing that they covered there was, or maybe not the last thing, but they also mentioned rentable private servers for Palia, which I've played on some rented private servers on games like Ark Survival Ascended and Evolved and things like that. But I'm very interested to see how rented private servers would work for Palia. Would your achievements and things carry over to public? Would you be able to switch freely? Because I think if all your achievements and things stayed isolated to a private server, I don't know that it would be a function that I would routinely use because with rented servers, anything could happen. Whoever's renting them that you're playing with, like, could all of a sudden not be able to stay with the upkeep and logistical things like that. So I'm not sure how that would really work in the end, but I'm sure that's why it's a down the road thing rather than something that we are getting immediately. Oh, good. We do have some things to feed the animals. The aminals. And then something I was most excited for, and the people that I play with, I think we're excited for as well, is the rework they're doing on communities because I am Mystic Mayhem from Free Realms does have a community in Palia, but there isn't a ton that you do with them. So I'm just like we're all in one. We can all see each other as community members, but I don't think it was a mechanic that really took precedence. But it's good to see that they are kind of prioritizing it now. Um, and they did already announce it. They have like one eye turned to the new adventure zones as well, which is good. Um, I have again, I'm not patient, so whenever I hear about something new that's happening down the line, I'm always waiting and waiting and waiting for it. I sit on my hands and wait for it. I don't gripe and complain, but I don't like knowing what's on the horizon when I have to wait that long for it. And the same thing is gonna happen with Guild Wars 2 here pretty soon because we're getting the last installment of the Visions of Eternity storyline, and then obviously they're going to be focusing on a lot of under the hood things while Guild Wars 3 is in development because we get that fall of next year. So pretty much almost a year from now we'll be in hopefully Guild Wars 3 beta. But I'm and then once that launches, if the developer blogs are to be believed, we're going to get some new story content and continuous updates for Guild Wars 2, which makes me really happy, but also I love the story of Guild Wars 2. I could yap about it for hours. So it's going to take a lot for me to sit on my hands and be patient for those updates to continue. But I'm excited to see what they mean by under the hood things over there. As far as updates, if that's like graphics updates or visual things or, things that haven't even occurred to the general public yet, but my amount of horses are kind of dwindling. Over here. Because apparently they fixed the bug where you couldn't see the cosmetic traits of horses once they were retired, and so once they fixed that, I stopped religiously breeding my animals because I just had way too many. And it also seems like they are going to be bringing us a new breed of horse pretty soon, so I'm also interested to see what that kind of a drop is, because all my Phoenix Fire Dawn Spurs drop food dishes, which is really, really, really handy. I don't have to cook bean burgers nearly as much for the focus, because I have maxed out both elements to the focus, so... I wish these Dawn Spurs had a green flame trait. Hungry. I love these little flutter foxes, and they give a ton of silk, which is incredible. Not, not chasing bugs to high heaven so much anymore. Hi, Zoom. How was your Saturday? Steffi, welcome in. You missed my yammering about roadmap discussions as well as some technical difficulties. So, I love these wool punnies. I keep it, he's venerated, but I keep him around just because he's so pretty and he glows. I did this already. Oh. I have spent much time breeding the Phoenix Fire Dawn Spurs, Steffi. Many, many, many hours. I'm not... Mm. Thank you. Sometimes I'm not crazy about the flame colors that they get, but whenever they... I know, I wish that you could trade animals in Palia. That's something that I really, really wish. Um, because I'm not crazy about a magenta flame, but I know you would be. But whenever they get all three of my top riding traits like technical bulldozer and marathoner, I keep it for the genetics usually. Um, but like we got 33 silk from our flutter foxes, so like that was a good return investment on the flutter foxes. And then we get this molten ore from the ignites. I think it's used for blocks. I don't really know, but we need um. So me, why does it do that? Type in Weavers fancy breed biscuit and fancier breed biscuit. We need some our alabaster and onyx flamed horses are getting a bit old, and so I'd like to keep them around because they're my favorites. So we will do Dainese and that. I think the other ones are in the fire pen. I kind of took the scenic route there, but and area. She only has bulldozer with it. I think I have ones with better routing traits and the onyx flame. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we get. So, looks like it's bulldozer and marathoner. She also is bulldozer and marathoner. Hmm. Fashionista. What is fashionista? Gains more happiness depending on how many cosmetic traits they have. Well, they're maxed out on cosmetic traits, so. Do Emma and Lilia. Did not get. That was not a lucky one. That'll be a donate. Stanies. That was a good one. All three cosmetic traits, or all three riding traits, and both cosmetic traits. That's a keeper. Um, hmm. What is this little... Did I unlock something up here? Oh, yes I did. Did we get the Bundle of Joy achievement? Oh, yes. Maybe I did that the other day. Let's donate that one. I think we'll donate this one as well. I need more ranching space really, really bad. That is what I need from the developer roadmap, not not some other things. But you got a painting. Let's go put it up. I also need more gardening space, if I'm being honest. Wonder if I can... Yeah, and I get that like we're still in beta, but I need more gardening. I need more. I need more. I also did put my plot up on the housing board today. It's nice that they give you the option, at least. Like, even if... I mean, if you can, like, sell your crops and things like that, like, I understand making them expensive because it gives people a huge money leg up, but, you know, if it's an option available to everyone... Yay, thank you, come vote. It's Skultari's Grove on the board. Oh yeah, I didn't finish the bug one, and I'm not planning on it because I got the last reward from the track, and I don't need, and I'm just not, the rainbow tip butterfly is just not happening. So I am just leaving that one be. I'm glad they give us other ways of getting the experience for that board because that's just impossible with the amount of time that I have to play. I don't know if I need tomatoes or not. Was not paying attention. Ooh. That's weird. Sometimes I lose track of where I am when I'm planting. Ooh. Is it an improvement? Oh, AI. AI is so bothersome. So bothersome. Yeah, because I'm sure launching a new phone system has IT phones ringing off the hook, like I just can't imagine. That's what I like about Palia though, like it's very low stakes. I don't really have to think a whole lot. Just kind of turns your brain off for a while, and with busy season kind of coming up. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, pumpernickel. Would I end up wasting a seed like that? Not an ad break. have so much rice and wheat. I sell it almost every time I harvest it. I love these flowers right here, the Enfield roses that you get in the new lunar path. I'm planting them everywhere. Filling in my little flower bed here. I forgot about the ad break. I was saying I love the Enfield roses right here that we get in the new lunar path. Sometimes the aim is so funny on these hitboxes. They don't cost Palia coins. They're on, at least, I don't think they did, because I didn't unlock premium on this one. Um, no, as long as you get to level 20 on the lunar path, they will unlock. And I got sidetracked. Classic me. Actually just got done taking care of my real life garden today as well. My garden is out of control, but thank you. My tomato plants are falling over. The cages are not strong enough to hold them. Like, this is how you know it's a game. These posts would not hold up a tomato plant. Alrighty. Oh, I think we have finished everything for the day. We did our dailies, did a little bit of update discussion. So I think we can call it there for the day. Wow, I posture check. But yes, it is super great having vegetables growing and not having to buy them, because we're definitely doing lettuce next year. But I think we will call it there. So thanks to everyone who tuned in, lurked. just a little short afternoon one this week, but I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their weekend, fantastic week until I stream again. I'm thinking we might continue our Guild Wars 2 saga next time, um, but we also might at some point be branching into um, a series on Baldur's Gate 3, but in that series it would basically be Mika in voice with me holding my hand through the entire game. It's a little bit more mature content of a game, but it is very in-depth, so let me know what you guys would think about that. Um, Other than that, follow the channel, subscribe to the YouTube, tell your friends if you can. Um, and I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their Saturday. Bye.